What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate, reverse rants, no hate. Now, I saw some information about Deontay Wilder's possible next opponents, right? His next two. I shouldn't even say his next two because, see, they use this word salad to try to make you think like, I'm going to fight this guy, then that guy. First, you have to beat this guy to get to that guy. Okay? And because they brought up two names, this is what I think. First name they brought up as his opponent was Charles Martin. Now you have people saying, but he's trying to push for the third fight. No, he isn't. I've made the video. I'll let you guys know. Mediation is about financial compensation. This is what he wants. He wants $32 million. Then he gets $32 million. I'll step aside and Fury can go fight AJ. Did I or did I not tell you guys? He doesn't want the fight. He's trying to make it look like it. So everybody who had this false information that mediation was about Glovegate. And I'm going to bring up all this proof and sue him. And yeah, I told you guys he did that a long time ago. Okay? At the end of the day, that's not what it's about. The second name was Andy Ruiz. Well, it would make very little sense to fight Andy Ruiz. Let's say he fights him and then win. And then your next opponent is going to be Charles Martin. No. So my take is he'll be fighting Charles Martin. Or another lesser fighter. But that's what you do. You go, you claim you want this third fight. And this is what people know. He wants the third. They're pushing. No, he's not trying to push for the third fight. What are you guys, fucking stupid or just dumb? Which is it? He doesn't want the third fight. He wants financial compensation. So that way, give me my $32 million. Then the Gypsy King can go and fight AJ. He can go fight the landlord. And I'll move on and go my direction. So when Tyson Fury is saying, okay, when he's saying, I'm fighting somebody else, and then you hear the WBC demands to know what Fury's next fight is going to be. Now, mind you, they're saying they want to know when it's going to be. Not, he can't do that. So I don't know why the hell y'all saying he can't do that. The WBC is saying we want to know when his next fight is going to be. Okay? So let's see if Fury comes out and announces another fight. So when Fury's saying, I will never fight Wilder again, do you fucking think that that's because he just don't want to? Like, oh, well, like, he has that option? If he couldn't do it, he wouldn't have an option to say that. Okay? He'd be stripped of his title, right? He'd be sued that way, right? So how's the WBC saying they want to know? So in saying that, oh, Wilder has won the case. Wilder's putting pressure. Wilder's not doing shit. And they'll take a picture of Fury with some kind of face that fits the description, and then you guys think that that's real. At the end of the day, the fact that Charles Martin's name even came up, you should have been fighting Charles Martin when he had the IBF title so you could unify. Why you want to fight him now? Charles Martin isn't getting any better. I mean, the only thing is you guys are like the same age, like 34, 35, whatever. I mean, that's about it. Charles Martin isn't improving as a fighter. I mean, we seen him lose to Adam Kalnaki. We saw what AJ did to him. And then he just beat Gerald Washington. That's the last fight I saw him have, you know. But, I mean, the fact that they were even in there going back and forth all night before he finally took over and won. I'm just saying, let's just be realistic. This is another AJ leftover. Dominic Brazil, an AJ leftover. Molina gave you all kinds of trouble. AJ knocked him out in the 5th round. It took you 9 to 10 or however. I'm just saying, right? So we know, yeah, he gets be outboxed and he lands the right hand and the guys go to sleep, whatever. I'm just saying, here we go back to going backwards again. So now what we're going to do, set up if this is supposed to be his comeback fight. I told you guys, man, if you feel as good as you say you did and you was ready to fight Tyson Fury, there's no way you'd fight a guy like, let's just be real, Charles Martin. There's no reason for that. If you, and we already know going into this mediation, he didn't change his mind in the mediation. So he knew already. He said himself he was looking for other opponents. Look, Dillian White was ready. Like I said before, I don't know about Andy Ruiz, if he was ready or not. He talks too, and then all of a sudden he doesn't fight anybody, but he's talking. But Charles Martin, Usyk called you out. This is my point. If you were ready, and you was, I'm sure, and you was ready to go, if then why you certainly should be ready to fight Usyk. You don't have no big size advantage, disadvantage there. You should be ready to fight Usyk, but no, of all people, Charles Martin. Right. And what did I say before? Videos ago. If he's ready, he shouldn't come back against a Charles Martin or Adam Kalnaki, or Hellenius. He don't need nobody like that. If he's really ready, like he's saying, he never hurt me. I just, he fought dirty, he cheated, but I'm fine, all that. Then if that's the case, he should be ready to go against another top guy. Let's just be realistic, man. Charles Martin should not be on his radar. Worst thing happened for Wilder is if he fuck around and Charles Martin knock his ass out. Because in all honesty, I believe he'll try to get away with fighting B and C level fighters if he can. Try to look good, knocking out a bunch of, meatballs, and then all of a sudden his name is talked up and then he's back of the title hunt or whatever. My thing is this. If you are going to talk all of that, I'm ready. I've been ready. I'm not hurt. I'm not damaged. There's no reason for you to come back and fight a meatball. There's no reason for you to come back and take a lesser opponent. And his whole career has been designed by fighting lesser guys, go up, go back down 5 notches, come up 2 notches, go back down 1 more notch, go back. That's what he's been doing. So if you were ready to fight Tyson Fury, but you end up fighting Charles Martin, don't tell me Charles Martin is the only available guy. And the fact that Usyk even said he wants to fight you. Why isn't it Usyk and Andy Ruiz? Why it got to be Charles Martin and Andy Ruiz? I'm just saying, let's be real. If right now AJ couldn't get a fight, let me take that away. If AJ said he wanted another fight with somebody, I want to fight, and he chose Charles Martin, people would be all, come on, man, you already beat this guy. Why would you go back and fight him again? I mean, come on, look at what happened. So then, when you talk about Andy Ruiz, that should be your focus before you said Ruiz and White. Charles Martin comes up now. I'm not surprised though. And to be honest with you, if he fights Charles Martin and beat him, don't be shocked if he winds up fighting Adam Kalnaki next or a Hellenius or somebody like. Don't be shocked. I told you guys this months ago. We don't need certain fights. I'm gonna be honest with you. Certain fights I'm not going to watch even on YouTube because it's not only a disservice to the boxing fans, but to our intelligence to understand. See, to watch a fight just to gauge how a guy looks, Wilder's a guy is not hard to outbox him, man. Certain fights I'm not even going to watch, and if I do, it'll be a replay of it. And only because we bring boxing news to you type of thing. But like as far as me watching it with an interest, like, oh, that's going to be a good... No. I mean, you fought Fury twice. You fought Andy Ruiz. What's his name? Luis Ortiz twice. You fought Berman Stavern twice. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, the mandatory wasn't his fault. I get that. But all of that, even 6 fucking rematch. I mean, same guy twice. That's 6 fights with the same 2 guys, same 3 guys, man. And then you had the Dominic Brazil fight, which was your mandatory. How the hell Dominic Brazil was even a mandatory for anybody at that point, I don't know. He did what he had to do in that fight, got the job done. You know, but if it's back to the same old formula, which that's what it's going to be. What do you think is going to change? He's not getting younger. He's not getting any better. Same fighter. Same fucking fighter, man. So we'll see how this looks. Nobody's going to get his man no $32 fucking million, man. They're not going to give him no $32 million. That shit ain't happening. And if that was to happen, that he actually got 32 million, no, you're going to see him fight nothing but meatballs. If he really wants to fight Andy Ruiz, and see, these guys are not sending contracts out. They're just talking about what they want, who they want. I'm not interested at all in Deontay Wilder versus Charles Martin. I'm not interested at all. At this stage in Charles Martin's career, on top of that, we know how he got the IBF title. He didn't win anything. We know how he got that title. Secondly, let's just be real. Secondly, and the fact that he had the title, okay, yeah, it's on his resume. He was the champ, IBF champ. Lost in his very next possession. No different from what's his name, Berman Stavern, winning that title from Chris Arreola. You know, vacant title. They fought for it. He won it. Lost in his very next defense against Wilder. Whatever. All I'm saying overall is, at this stage in your career, man, you stand within the top 10, but you want to fight guys that you know is worthy. Don't come telling me nothing about no Charles Martin being worthy. Charles Martin, Kalnaki, Hellenius, people like that. I mean, these are guys, honestly, that up-and-coming guys, like Daniel Dubois, you know, guys like Efe Njamba, guys like Joe Joy. These are the guys that you put them out there to test the waters with them. Those guys are not elite, man. They're not. Why not go after Joe Joyce? Or Usyk? Like I said, Usyk called you out. Why not go after those guys? Who cares about Charles Martin versus Deontay Wilder? Who really cares to see that fight? Who cares to see Charles Martin versus any top fighter? He had his day, and he didn't take it. He didn't monopolize on it the way that you would expect the champ to do. I mean, AJ was the better fighter, and after that, he disappeared. He started smoking weed, jumping on videos, talking about he's gonna save the world, and making a bunch of goof ass videos, trying to be some rap record producer and all this crazy shit. And all of a sudden, a couple of years later, he comes back talking about he's back in boxing, and you know, we seen him lose to Kalnaki. Think his first fight back, and you know, disappeared for a little while again. Came back against Gerald Washington. So what the hell does Charles Martin? I mean. Yeah, man, listen. I wrapped my head around this thing long enough. It is what it is. I don't care on a personal note, but I'm giving y'all the boxing news. So that's the next two formidable names. So like I said, you don't fight Andy Ruiz and then go backwards and fight Charles Martin. He's going to fight Charles Martin. He probably won't fight Andy Ruiz. He'll probably end up fighting, you know, what? Call out Joseph Parker, man. You know? Instead, Charles Martin. Look, that's all I'm going to say in this video. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth will bring hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.